Hello, everyone. My name is Alan Pixoto, and I'll be in charge of the presentation in this opportunity. But before I get started, I would like to thank Professor Sale for allowing me to make the presentation in a video format. I'm doing it this way because as of this class, I'm currently flying back to Lima from a business trip to Tacna, which is a city located in the southern part of Peru. I also want to thank my teammates, Kathy and Jasmine, for being very helpful with me in all aspects, considering the nature of my trip. With that being said, let's get started on our topic of the day. So, the presentation is about child laboring in Peru. Child labor is a global issue that extends in almost every country. So, what is child labor? In the definition made by the ILO, it refers to any work or activity performed by children below 14 years of age. And that work interferes with the correct development of the child, violating its rights, which might develop in health issues, physical and moral integrity, among other problems, impeding them to assist school. Nonetheless, according to the Ministry of Work, not all forms of child labor is illegal in Peru. Peru is one of the largest producers of gold in Latin America, accounting for over 13% of gold production a year. Mining is a job that is very labor intensive and requires a lot of physical labor. It also requires whole families along with children to work many hours a day. Physical labor, such as mining, makes up a large portion of child labor in the country, along with child human trafficking and commercial sexual labor. Mining, in its illegal or unregulated form, is not the only field children may work. The Ministry of Health has identified that children are exposed to work in the agricultural area as well. For example, the large rice fields in the northern part of Peru uses children as laborers, in part because these jobs are also performed by their families. Also, the institution has found children working in construction, manufacturing, and even in the streets as vendors or performers. In the year 2015, the Peruvian government identified approximately more than 1.5 million children from the ages of 5 to 17 engaged in child labor. Child labor is mostly seen within highland, rural, and jungle regions compared to coastal and urban areas. Uh, Poverty plays a major role in child labor. Many children no. Many children who are involved in child labor are exposed to many dangers. These dangers include falling mines, mercury, harmful gases, and landslides. Apart from environmental dangers, many children are also at risk of human trafficking and sexual labor, especially because the locations many mines are located in aren't usually as monitored by the government, allowing more human injustices to happen. The recent pandemic has also created an impact with child labor. As schools have been shut down because of the pandemic, many children are having to help support their families by working. Due to the new virtual demands, many children are having to drop out school. Due to lack of electronic resources, many children don't have access to reliable internet computers. Uh, the government has put in place suggestions that will hopefully eliminate further child labor. These suggestions include working around the legal framework to ensure that there is a raise of minimum age of working and better enforced system for ensuring this. Because most child labor is done outside of legal frameworks. There is also a suggestion to create shelters and other organizations that can help aid children who have nowhere else to turn to. The initiatives to collect information and publish data for researchers' access is also important in helping prevent child labor. More information regarding child trafficking and other forms of labors are important for the future elimination of child labor. So as we can see, We try to summarize the topic within the given time, but there is also a lot to talk about child labor in this country. The complexities associated with informal sectors also contribute with the social problem. There are continuous efforts made by the society, but it's clear that there is a lot to do. With that being said, I conclude this presentation. Thank you for your time.